Are y'all done yet? Are y'all done gassing up the Jets for no good reason? Because I'm gonna be honest, all these Super Bowl prediction videos and all of these tweets and all of the talk that I hear about the Jets, it's gotta stop. All right. Listen, I'm excited for them just as much as the next guy, but I think that we're just taking it too far at this point. Listen, in my opinion, they will make the playoffs. But anything beyond that is just gravy. Let's just be happy for them because, in my opinion, like I said, Super Bowl predictions and all that, we got to cut all that out. That's not going to happen, and we've got to be realistic. And that's what this channel is for. That's what this video is for, is to give people realistic expectations for players and teams coming into this upcoming season. And for me, like I said, when it comes to the Jets, them winning the Super Bowl is not a realistic expectation. All right, so let's talk about exactly why that is. In my opinion, they need to start off great to be able to compete with the Bills for this division. And in my opinion, they won't. And we've even got their head coach calling them out on Hard Knocks, talking about how the offensive line is not performing to the capabilities that they need them to be. This is not a team that is where they need to be, especially coming in week 1 to play the Bills. Then let's look at the next 5 games. They're going to play the Cowboys. They're going to play the Patriots. They're going to play the Chiefs. They're going to play the Broncos. Then they're going to play the Eagles. Of those next 5, the only 2 that, in my opinion, that you might consider gimmies is probably the Patriots, and that's hopefully because they are still going to be coming in looking hot, and that's hopefully going to be the Broncos because, again, that's another team who's made big changes with big expectations too. So for me to just say that between that first 6 weeks, they're going to be able to have a great start, it's just hard to imagine and hard to believe. So I think the fair question to say then is, at the end of week 6, what is their seed? Would we say the best thing they could be is maybe 4-2? Because I can't see them winning all 6 of those. I don't see them winning 5 of those games. And I think the floor, in that opinion, would actually be more like a 2-4. And that, to me, is more realistic with the teams I just named. So at that point, now they're fighting for a playoff spot compared to the rest of their division and the rest of the conference. As I mentioned already, I can't imagine that after they start their season 2-4, that they're going to rally and beat the Bills for that divisional crown. So we're going to already say that they're fighting for a wild card spot. Now let's name the other teams within the conference that they'll be fighting for that wild card spot for. So the divisional winners that I have are going to be the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, and the Jags. That leaves 3 more playoff spots afterwards. And then they're going to be competing with the likes of the Dolphins, who in my opinion were phenomenal last year. They're going to be competing against the Ravens, who again made big additions, and who's going to count out Lamar Jackson. They're going to be fighting against a team like the Steelers, who, again, we've never seen Mike Tomlin with a losing record. This might be the year that he can break through again into the playoffs and do some things. We might even have to consider the fact that they're going to be competing against the Chargers and the Broncos if the Broncos are able to get it together. So anyways, the point being is, when you look at this conference, when you look at the division, they have a lot more competition than I think we're giving credit, especially if they start off the season as bad as I expect them to be. Now, in regards to all the reasons that we do get excited for the Jets this upcoming season, the addition of a guy like Dalvin Cook, the obvious addition of a guy like Aaron Rodgers, and all of the weapons that they chose to surround Aaron Rodgers with, in my opinion, will not be good enough because of the fact that it will be too little, too late. By the time that they get a groove going and they're actually being successful as a football team this year, it'll be too late. The other teams have already surpassed them at that point. You're going to ask Aaron Rodgers to do something that he's done one time before, which is run the table. And I just think that's an unfair expectation of this team, considering the youth on this team, considering the fact that they've not done this before. This is still a young head coach. All we're really relying on is how great Aaron Rodgers can be without a very strong offensive line and a very tough schedule. And in my opinion, I just, like I said, think that that is just an unfair expectation. With all that being said, of course, I appreciate you guys for listening to the end of this video. And of course, like and subscribe. I'll continue to post more of this content. And, look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, of course. So thanks. Peace.